Happy Thursday, everyone. Here's what's coming up tonight on News Center Now. You asked, we looked into it. What's up with the expensive electricity?
Yeah, if you think your bill is outrageous, we've got one more tool you will definitely want to know about.
But she lives for the
From Maine to Pyeongchang, an Olympic loser from Wyndham is going for gold.
Also, I know where your cat lives.com, why a simple selfie with your pet could put your personal information at risk.
We're not kidding. This is News Center Now. From viewers almost daily about a spike in their CMP bills. Hello, everyone. I'm Lindsay Mills.
And I'm Lee Goldberg. We've looked into raising rates from the windstorm, customers who were charged twice, and increasing fees. But once those factors were ruled out, customers still have all kinds of questions about their energy bill. Christina Rex hopefully going to bring us some of those answers. Hey, Christina.
Hey, guys. CMP representatives have told us repeatedly that it's normal for your energy usage to spike during the winter, but that's not sitting well with customers. So if your bill is still higher than normal, we have a last resort tool for you to check out.
Baffled by bills. That's what we've heard nonstop from CMP customers. If you're not sure what's causing the price spike, there's one more way to check.
That I can go, what's going on? What got left on?
The Energy Manager tool on CMP's website.
It didn't take me long to find someone who uses the tool. Just a quick walk upstairs to see our program and promotion specialist, Amy Turner.
She's been a CMP customer for more than 20 years.
My family is dismayed at how much of a miser I am when it comes to the electrical usage.
Here's how the Energy Manager works. You log into your account on CMP's website and you can see a detailed breakdown of your usage.
Average is 477 kilowatts and we use 299.
Amy has followed several suggestions to lower her usage, including installing LED lights, getting a gas stove, and hanging her laundry to dry.
I'm really trying to do a lot of the recommendations that I got from the Energy Manager.
A lot of people who have contacted us say there is no way they have used the amount of energy reflected in their expensive bills. You should be able to compare your daily household activities to a direct reading from your smart meter on that Energy Manager tool. For example, Amy found a day where she did all her family's laundry.
See, oh yeah, I probably threw a load in around, 10 a.m. and did some more around 5 o'clock.
If you use Energy Manager and still feel like your bill isn't right, then it's time to contact CMP.
That tool is personalized and is designed to use just for your home to track your personal usage, so CMP recommends that you use it. If you do use it and you still feel like your bills aren't right, as always, we encourage you to contact us via email or social media and we'll look into it. Lee and Lindsay?
All right, Carix, thank you very much. Mother Nature trying to make up for her snowstorm yesterday.
Lots of sunshine out there today, right, Keith?
Yeah, and you know what? Yesterday wasn't that bad, right? In that it was a short duration kind of storm, just kind of dumped it down all at once. Here's snowfall totals, the leaderboard coming in around the Belgrade Lake area, which is almost always how it turns out, right? Bridgeton 12 inches, Cumberland 8, Portland 6.6 officially, and around 4 or so over down East Main. There's the last of that storm. It's out of here. Nice and sunny today, bright day. Did some melting, with the sun angle slowly getting into a stronger position for us. It'll be quiet tomorrow as well, and then this storm system moves towards us tomorrow night and into Saturday. So cold tonight, single digits for most of us. As we head into Friday, partly cloudy. Temperatures only in the 20s, though. It will be chilly. And by Friday night, here comes some light snow with a few moderate bands over the mid-coast through Friday evening, Saturday morning. Then we introduce a little mixing along the coastline on Saturday. Snow still over down east and northern Maine, and another round of mixing on Sunday. So guys, the weekend looks messy. Kind of time that out for you a little bit better in a few minutes.
All right, Keith, thank you very much. Olympics start tonight. Yes, our boy Troy Murphy from Bethel will be hitting the slopes in moguls qualifying. You'll see him tonight on the slopes, which will be cool. And there's a woman from Maine competing this week as well.
That's right, and it's really a family affair for her. Her whole fan club arrived in South Korea today, and Chris Costa got to catch up with them ahead of all the excitement. Is that right?
Yeah, Lee and Lindsay, Emily Sweeney is headed to her first Olympic Games to compete. She was born in Portland and lived in Wyndham and Falmouth, and now her family is headed to Pyeongchang, South Korea to watch her get a shot at an Olympic gold medal.
You can feel them. and then you hear them. So it starts off low, and then it gets louder, and it gets louder. And then all of a sudden, just this whoosh.
Sliding down an icy tunnel at 90 miles per hour is Mainer Emily Sweeney.
You turn your head as quickly as you can. I got to remember to tie
Emily's uncle, Jeff O'Donnell, owns a nursery in Gorham and is headed to South Korea to cheer on his niece as she competes in her first ever Olympic Games.
But curve 9 is the curve that if anyone has trouble, it's there.
It's kind of like ultimate sledding.
Emily is a luger and finished the season ranked 11th in the world. She earned a gold medal in Winterberg, Germany at the 2017 World Cup sprint race, her first career gold.
The thing I love most about luge is the challenge.
Most families only dream of having an Olympian in their family, and we happen to have two.
Emily's older sister, Megan, is also a world-class luger, competing in the Vancouver Olympics. She beat out Emily for a spot on that 2010 team.
So when we were there, my wife and I told Emily that when she goes, we go. And she just watched her and said, I want to do that, I want to do that. She loves playing lacrosse, but she lives for luge.
I'm the first person to join any sort of service since my grandfather's.
Sergeant Emily Sweeney also serves her country as a member of the National Guard.
She lives and breathes red, white, and blue. She really does.
Now, Emily is set to take on yet another frozen water slide.
She really worked very hard to get to this one.
Taking on 3 to 5 G-forces on corners. But her uncle is looking forward to seeing her, even if only for a split second.
Just a glimpse, just a glimpse, except at the finish line. In the case of Emily, she's known for her smile. And she will finish with a smile regardless of how she does.
Now in 2010, when her sister Megan made the Olympic team, Emily was actually the alternate. So on that team, out of the 4, 3 were from Maine. Megan, Emily, and Julia Kluge of Augusta. So you guys, if you want to keep your eye out for the Sweeney family, they're going to be wearing this fluorescent yellow color. All of them that are going to be there at the games are going to wear that color. They call themselves Team Sween, and the first 2 heats of women's luge are on Monday, February 12th.
And who would have thought Maine would be a luge hotbed? So
I know, all that ice, right? Who would have thought?
Yeah. All right, good job, sir. All right, so why is the scientific community throwing some serious shade at SpaceX? We'll have some brain drops coming up. And
but I never thought that posting a picture of my cat would be the way someone would find me.
A simple picture of your cat could tell the world your address. We take a look at iknowwhereyourcatlives.com later on Now.
All right, change of timing here, but we're doing brain drops right now. And you know, I talked about SpaceX and their heavy Falcon launch the other day. That was cool. And this is an image from it, which was, of course, the Tesla floating over the Earth, which is amazing. I mean, this guy, Elon Musk, is basically Tony Stark at this point, right?
Is this the first vehicle in space now?
For automobile,
yeah.
Yes. Okay. They consider the other ones vehicles, but they're space vehicles. In any regard, this is really cool stuff. People actually saw the third boost from their home, so you could actually see it in space. But here's the downside to all of this. The scientific community is a little annoyed because they did all of this work, right? They put this car out in space, and they didn't put any instruments on it. So on their way to Mars orbit, they're going through the Van Allen radiation belt, which is a really interesting and dangerous
Beautiful
place.
This time of year.
Yeah, it was actually one of the biggest challenges to getting to the moon is that people have a hard time resisting that much radiation on the way through. So there's a lot of measurements that could be done. Instead, they did cute stuff like this. Inside the car, they put "Made on Earth by Humans." So the problem is, you know, it was awesome, and I think it got people excited about science. But they could have stuck a few instruments on there that could have helped NASA and other people measure things in space. Because we're not at the point where we're sending so many rockets up that we can just toss them away.
Missed opportunity.
For a promotion. By the way, these are the Van Allen radiation belts. Look them up. They're really interesting. They pulse. They are dangerous to people. Luckily, there's just a fake person on the Tesla right now. But I mean, you can't beat that visual. Talk about promotion, right?
Good stuff.
If you have the money for the car, $300 grand, go get one. You know?
Keith, thanks so much. Well, we know you have all been waiting anxiously for this. The lobster emoji is finally a reality.
And a little rain, a little snow, a little messy. The full forecast is coming up in just a bit. Okay, so when our pets do things that are just so adorable, we cannot help but want to take pictures of them.
And when you post that photo to Facebook or Instagram, you may be giving out much more than you think.
He's just a good companion, super friendly. If I need a, snuggle, he's there.
You don't have to be a cat person to share a pride in posting about the one you love.
I usually post pictures when he does something really dumb. And I catch him in the act. That's usually when I take pictures of him.
But what if you're sharing more than you intended?
Oh yeah, there's somebody with their cat.
Kelly Hermes is scanning a site
It's real weird.
that you may want to check out too.
Oh my gosh.
So grab your phone and type iknowwhereyourcatlives.com. The site tracks more than 7 million felines from around the world, right down to the home where they live. It's all based on the hashtag cats and data that their owners often have no idea they're giving away.
Honestly, I think it's pretty weird. When you post on social media, you need to be really mindful, and so I try to be, but I never thought that posting a picture of my cat would be the way someone would find me.
Well, the site gets a lot of traffic.
This is the professor, programmer, artist, and brains behind I Know Where Your Cat Lives, Owen Mundy with Florida State University.
It worked great. It went viral immediately.
Mundy's goal wasn't just to make a website that freaks people out, but to warn us.
I was photographing my daughter one day.
When he realized he was giving away his GPS coordinates with every Instagram pic he posted.
And I realized that all of that data was made available to all the developers, and no one had any idea that they were letting anyone access it. I saw it as a problem. It's a data leak.
To plug that leak, Mundy created the cat tracking site to expose just how much information we often share without realizing it. And just maybe focus people on protecting their own privacy. Because if today's internet is still in a Wild West stage of development, Mundy worries what could be lost as the information age expands, built on companies making money from your personal data.
At the core, talking about individual freedom of movement and freedom of speech, whether it's your shopping history or your voting history.
If every company you interact with and your government knows exactly where you are and exactly what you're saying, that could be chilling.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you don't have anything to hide.
And his site may be working. Of the original 1 million cat photos he collected, 60% of the owners have changed their privacy settings so that the pics no longer appear. And Instagram has even tightened how much of your information it makes available to third-party developers. But that is just one app.
The next app that comes out, you'll have to watch it.
Yeah, you definitely are hoping it's only going to your friends. You hope it's not going to the whole world.
Turns out the adventures of Kelly's cat Roswald are not on the site.
Knock on wood, I think I'm okay so far, so.
Yeah, relief, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
Now she'll just have to stay on guard.
All right, so Casey Nolan did that story for us from St. Louis, and people reached out to the professor in that story and asked how to get their cats onto the site, not how to get their cats off of the site.
I guess all you have to do is just use the hashtag, right? Hashtag cats, and
there you
Can
go.
I have
your way.
Don Kerrigan's dogs on there? Or?
No.
Different,
I wasn't going to go
that's
there,
a different
but...
website. Different website.
That's a website you don't want to check.
Not
out.
I
friendly
think it's
for
actually
air.
a pay-per-view.
I tried to watch it yesterday. It was scrambled. I don't know what was happening, but anyhow. Hey, this is where we're at for snowfall this season. I got questions about this after the last storm. Where are we sitting? Well, we're above average in all of the reporting stations here, Portland, Bangor, but most notably and by the most in Caribou, which is interesting because early in our winter forecast, we had them on the lower, below average side, and they've been racing off so far, almost 100 inches already. Storm is gone. The only thing left over is an avalanche watch, which sounds scary. This is something they started doing late last winter. They'll be doing it through the winter now. This is for Mount Washington. Even though the polygon is for the entire Coos County, it's just for Mount Washington, and you'll probably see it after every heavy snowfall. So it's just warning people, don't go up to Tuckerman's because there's a chance of an avalanche. Just wanted to point that out because you'll get a push alert on your phone if you drive in there. All right, so tomorrow's a relatively quiet day, but then a warm front moves through tomorrow night with some light snow in through Saturday. Then this stream of moisture moves in Saturday night into Sunday. It's off and on, and it's a mix, so it's very messy, but it's not hugely impactful through the weekend. It's not a good looking weekend though, unfortunately. So tonight is cold, tomorrow is quiet. Here we go tomorrow night with some light snow moving in. A moderate burst wouldn't shock me late tomorrow night, early on Saturday morning. But notice now we're changing over to some rain along the coastline on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's rain showers along the coast, but an icy mix inland and into the mountains. Net, we're looking at 1 to 3 inches. This is both days, Saturday and Sunday, then 3 to 6 into the mountains and foothills. This is slow accumulation, but it will be a little bit more for the mountains. As far as ice, not huge numbers, but something to watch out for there through Sunday night. Big picture pattern, mild over the next 10 days over the Northeast. You'll see it in your 7-day forecast where we've got temperatures, it's not crazy. We don't have any 50s, but in general, we're staying on the warm side of things. Another light system on Wednesday. No blockbusters in the forecast and no Arctic outbreaks either. So a relatively tolerable stretch of winter if you don't like winter coming up for the next 7 to 10.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
We got ourselves a crustacean celebration up in here. The rumors are true. We're getting more than 100 new emojis later this year, including our beloved lobster. Senator Angus King, of course, has been pushing the Unicode Consortium to approve the emoji. So, quote, people who fish, process, serve, eat, or otherwise admire the lobster can accurately express themselves in emoji form. And not for nothing, more than 5,000 people have signed a petition for it on change.org. So we asked you at home, now that we're getting the lobster emoji, how would you use it in a sentence? Victoria Murphy so lovingly says, Cindy, says, I lobster you. Now, Cindy, oh, look, a disgusting sea bug, insert lobster emoji. Now, Mike Mallet says that he likes seafood and used the emojis from all the other sea creators, which shows that lobsters clearly got robbed here in the first go around. And Sean with my favorite use of the emoji, she's my lobster. That's for Team Ross and Rachel out there, if you guys watch Friends. And Peg Conroy says Maine has the best lobster in the world. She loves the emoji and plans on using it a lot. I think we can all agree there. And last, but certainly not least, Matt Saul wants the emoji to replace his constant use of flailing squids. I mean, squids are definitely not lobsters, so I understand the need to switch those out. Lee and Lindsay.
All right, Katie, thanks. Let's check in now with Cindy Williams, who has a look at what's coming up at 5:30. Here we go. The number of flu cases in Maine just keeps climbing. And unfortunately, so do the number of deaths, how local health officials are trying to contain the virus.
And driving a hybrid or electric car is supposed to save you money, but now there may be an added fee if you have an environmentally conscious vehicle. Don Kerrigan will break that down for us coming up on News Center at 5:30.
We'll see you next. A pair of sports medicine doctors who work for Maine Medical Center will be keeping a close eye on the Olympic skiing events.
That's right. Link Avery works with the U.S. Alpine team, while Chris Bigasinski spends his time working with the U.S. cross country team. Both attend World Cup circuit events and travel all over with the skiers. Dr. Bigasinski recently spent time in Pyeongchang and checked out the Olympic course, while Dr. Avery worked with one of the top female skiers in American history, Lindsey Vonn.
The people there are amazing. You know, the race organizers had already been doing a great job, and the whole setup, just the venue, is really beautiful in the Korean mountains. I think they're going to have a great time over there.
And we're like family. So they'll give you a big hug at the finish, and you know, my daughter was with me. Lindsey Vonn gave her this big fake check you know, with roses and stuff that she won at one race and stuff like that. I mean, there's just a sense of camaraderie and unity, which is fun.
Okay, did you see this today? Lindsey Vonn's dog Lucy is the real celebrity. Lindsey and Lucy were stuck on a plane for 24 hours on their way to Pyeongchang, and the pup looks a little traumatized after such a long journey, making a great internet meme. Those eyeballs, side eye. Well, Lindsey and Lucy made it in plenty of time for tomorrow's opening ceremony.
Yeah, Paul Gerke is live in South Korea right now to tell us what we can expect from the spectacle. Good morning, Paul. Our main man, Troy Murphy, is going to get to work later on this morning or tonight our time, and we're excited to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited for it, too. We'll tell you about it in just a minute. Lee and Lindsay, it's funny you said good morning because I know it's evening for you guys back there, and I've got a confession to make. I'm a communications major, so math was never my strong suit, and I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this time change. It's plus 14 hours from where you guys are watching right now, so for my own sake, I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. The opening ceremonies are tonight in South Korea from 8 to 10 p.m. local time here. Don't worry, you don't have to stay up late or burn the midnight oil. NBC is going to stream it on his sports app and then re-air it tomorrow night for you guys in prime time. You're not going to miss a thing. In the meantime, let's get hyped for the start of the 2018 Winter Olympics.
I went to opening ceremonies in Sochi, and that was amazing.
I can't even describe in words.
I think it'll be a crazy experience.
My first Olympics was 5 months after 9/11.
2002 is really what got me into the Olympic spirit.
I saw what the Olympics has the power to do in terms of bringing people together and bringing the world together.
I've been so focused on the Olympics. I love it. It's awesome.
All the way on the left foot as you
Just this overwhelming,
like, whoa, this is happening.
Pride and patriotism.
Feeling of excitement.
Brings up, as we all know, a lot of attention.
Pinnacle of our skating career.
Stay true to the dream that I had when I was a little girl.
Nerves and excitement.
I hope that it can continue to be something that brings the world together.
The build-up for years.
2 weeks in February where we can put our differences aside and our opinions aside and come together and celebrate something wonderful.
It's so inspiring.
The theme of this year's ceremony, guys, is peace, which I guess is fitting considering North and South Korea will walk under one flag. And before we go, you mentioned Troy Murphy, one of the best mogul skiers in the world. He's from Bethel, Maine, not far from you guys. His first qualifying run is just 4 hours and change from now, 9:45 for you, 11:45 a.m. for me. And I think I can speak for all of us here at South Korea. Go Team USA.
Gives me goosebumps. All right, thank you very much, sir. Always good to check in there. So the Olympic Zone kicks off tonight, hosted by me and Bill Green. Everything you need to know about the games and, of course, our local athletes every night, starting tonight at 7:30.
And you can only see the events right here on News Center Maine or stream it live from our website or mobile app. And stay with us because News Center Maine at 5:30 starts right now.